Prayer should be always a horizontal and vertical experience. You deal with God, you dialogue with God, and you love your neighbor. This should happen in your prayer, my dear friends. Otherwise, there's no meaning. If it is just a monologue, one-way relationship where the Lord is not going to speak to you, and you will be just stagnated, you will be just stuck. You should climb the mountain and come down to the valley. Mountain and valley is part of our journey. If you stay in the valley without the mountain, you will never have that divine revelation and divine persuasion to do things in the valley. You will be frustrated and you will let down people, you will be cut off, you will be completely done with your life in your valley. So you have to climb the mountain. This is exactly what happened in Jesus' life, isn't it? So Jesus climbed the mountain, met the Father, and heard the voice of the Father and came down to do the will of the Father. So in prayer you should hear Him. You should connect yourself to Him. In connection only, you will have a relationship. And that relationship is beautiful. Today the gospel, the Lord is saying, when you pray, pray our Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Our Father, He's your Father. The day the son or daughter is born, that particular person will become a father, isn't it? So our God is a Father because you are His son and daughter. And all the people around you are His children. So everyone is your kith and king, isn't it? Everyone is related to you. So St. Paul beautifully speaks about it in his reading. St. Paul is saying, the way he loved Corinthians, it's beautiful. And the way he worried, way he is worried about them, is really beloved. May you bear with me in some little foolishness. So he had weaknesses. No one is perfect. But surely you will. I confess that I share the jealousy of God for you. The God is jealous about that community. God, whom St. Paul dearly and lovingly relate, that God is jealous about the community where St. Paul is serving. So it's all a triangular relationship. You, your neighbor, and God, God and your neighbor. So this has to be in your mind. For I have promised you in marriage to Christ, the only spouse. If you read John chapter 3, verse 29 onwards, John the Baptist is beautifully speaking about this relationship. He's saying, I'm the best man of Christ. Christ is the bridegroom, and bride belongs to the bridegroom. And that best man, St. John the Baptist is saying, my duty is to take the bride to the bridegroom. I'm the best man. I hear the voice of my friend, best friend. And that is my encouragement. That is my joy. So here Paul is saying the very same thing. That's why in John chapter 21, verse 15, Jesus is asking Peter, do you love me more than others do? If then, feed my lamb. So this is a triangular relationship. So see, the word says, and this is my fear. The serpent had that seduced Eve with cunning, could also corrupt your minds and divert you from the Christian sincerity. So that's Paul's worry, isn't it? That the serpent will deceive the community. The community is the bride of Christ. Church is the bride of Christ. So we have a duty, whether you are a father, mother, or whoever it is. Your children are the brides of Christ. Your wife is the bride of Christ. Your husband is the bride of Christ. You should be the best friend of Jesus, where your duty is to connect them all to that divine relationship. Then Apostle Paul is saying, someone now comes and preaches another Jesus different from the one we preach, or you were offered a different spirit from the one you have received, with a different gospel from the one you have accepted, and you agree. See the pain of Paul, the pain that he is going through, because the community is deviated, distracted with a petty religion, attractive prosperity religion. Paul is in pain. It should happen in prayer, my dear friends. Jesus is teaching us to pray. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. So it's thy kingdom come. Where? To this world. Thy will be done here. Definitely I say heaven is real, isn't it? But then that will should be done here. So prayer is a connection. It's a network with heaven and earth. You become the mediator. And the Lord is saying, on earth thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. So it's that on earth. Earth means we, all the relations, all the connections that we, all the people, the church, the bride of Christ. My dear friends, so it's important. It's important that you have this. Then he said, I do not see how I'm inferior to those super apostles. Super apostles, don't misunderstand. They are not the apostles of Christ. No, the newcomers. They are more attractive than the old ones. They please people and get people. That's exactly happening in some of the people today even. Does my speaking leave much to be desired? Perhaps, but not my knowledge, as I have abundant shown to you in every way. Perhaps my fault was that I humbled myself in order to uplift you, or that I gave you the gospel free of charge. I called upon the service of other churches and serve you with the support I received from them. The way Paul loved them, where Paul gave his love to them, he got all the donations from other churches and looked after this community. And now they are deviating. Now they are turning their eyes against him. And it's terrible. It's all happening. Although I was in need, I do not become a burden to anyone. The friends from Macedonia gave me what I needed. I have taken care of not to be burden to you in any, and I will continue to do so. But by the truth of Christ within me, I will let no one in the land of Achaia stop this boasting of mine. Why? Because I do not love you. God knows that I do. The love, the passion Paul had for the community. Because Christ is in Paul. The will of Christ should be done in Paul's life. So his passion is to take the bride to the bridegroom. That's Paul's passion. And it's beautifully done in pain, my dear friends. That's why we need strength. On earth, give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. We need that daily bread to love. We need that strength to give ourselves, my dear friends. And forgiveness. When you love people, there's always pain, broken hearts. But then without harboring grudge. If you want to have the relationship with God, you have to be related to each other, my dear friends. So prayer in that dialogue. You relate to God and love your people as the bride and bridegroom. Amen. May God bless you.